Now it's time to take a look at a chemical formula and go backwards and record the name of it. Now again, knowing what the elements are already are definitely helpful, which I do, but you can look them up on the periodic table. I look at the element Ca, and I go to the periodic table, and I know that that is calcium. So I write the word calcium. And then F, I know, is the element fluorine. And I need to name it. Now we do need to take this last part and take it off, and then we add IDE instead. So this compound is called calcium fluoride. So please notice it's always the second part that gets its name changed, and the first one is just the element name. Let's try the next one. HCl. Well, I know that actually known as hydrochloric acid, but let's call it by its formal name. This element here is hydrogen. And I know Cl is called chlorine. Oh, look what I did. I wrote chloride already. Now, where did I get that from? I take chlorine, and I drop off the last syllable here, and I add IDE. Hydrogen chloride is the name for this one. Next one. I know Ba is the element barium. I'll write that here. And I already know that chlorine becomes chloride. So let me write chloride there. Okay, so that's how you name these. And again, the last part is always, the last element listed here is always the one that has to change its name. Next one here, I see Cl again, so I know that that's chloride. And Al is going to be aluminum. So I write aluminum here, followed by chloride. So the compound name here is aluminum chloride. Okay, let's go ahead. Oh, I've got a different element here, aluminum and sulfur. So let me write that. Aluminum is Al. And I'll write sulfur. So I'm going to cut this off. I'll add IDE to it. So this is going to be aluminum sulfide. See, I've got a little extra letter here. Don't worry about that there. And lastly, I've got boron and fluoride with it. So I have boron. And really, this would be called fluorine again, right? But I'm going to drop that last syllable and add IDE with it. Okay, so this is boron fluoride. And that's how you name these things. They're not too difficult at all. But again, you need to become comfortable with your periodic table so that you know that what each of these letters, symbols mean. And again, you can look them all up on the periodic table. Here's aluminum, and here's fluorine and sulfur. You know, oxygen becomes oxide, chlorine becomes chloride, bromine becomes bromide, phosphorus becomes phosphide, nitrogen becomes nitride, carbon. A lot of times we say carbide with that one. And then boride. You know, there's different ways that we actually cut off that last syllable. But for the most part, drop the last syllable, add IDE, and you will be fine. And that's how you name compounds.